this loads, I can just play the video as normal. Okay, that's done. Well, let's watch this video.
It was sponsored by Skillshare.
Not sponsored by the
Hey kids, as we all know, the evolution of species is an incredible process, driven by little more than the random chance that certain mutations may happen to provide a practical advantage in a creature's environment. And as a result, there's a lot of things out there that look super dumb once you strip back a few layers. Here's the top 10 worst animal skeletons of all time. So first and foremost, I'd like to settle a little debate I've been seeing floating around the past few weeks. Yes, penguins do, in fact, have knees, but in order to hide full-grown legs into one plump cylinder, you gotta have a little skeletal trickery on your side. You guys ever do wall sits in gym class or elsewhere? One of the most torturous exercises out there. I now feel even worse for penguins, because not only did they have to deal with living in a frigid black and white hellscape, the most hostile environment known to man second only to the vacuum of space, all the while constantly pursued by ravenous bloodthirsty sea dogs, but they're also secretly doing wall sits their entire life. Quick side note, in Mandarin, the word for penguin consists of the characters for business goose, which is fucking hilarious. Like one day a goose put on a suit and said, "Today it is time to make a name for myself, honk." This next guy is known as Parsons chameleon, found in the more remote regions of Madagascar. Notice the fleshy protuberances around its nose area. Turns out, not fleshy, not even remotely fleshy, not even one flesh. Instead, it just has a skull forever frozen in time in the middle of exploding, like it sneezed right in the middle of God shaping it out of clay, and he was just like, ah, whatever, it's a feature now. So for that, this rough-headed reptilian gets number 9. Normally I would have ranked it higher, but that's a dope tale, so he gets some pity points. Next is the pufferfish. So for most of my life, I've pictured pufferfish as just not having any bones. I know it doesn't really make sense, but neither does them turning into a balloon like a goddamn cartoon. Turns out, in their normal state, they actually look like this, and when they inflate, those concentric rings of spines slide outwards past one another to cover the full area, like the aperture of a camera lens expanding to cover the full frame of the fish. The sheer ingenuity of this design has shattered my childhood dream of real-life balloon animals, which has earned the pufferfish the number 8 spot on this list. Now, if you've gotten around to certain zoological circles, you've been shown this skull and been told, ah yes, that comes from the dwarf elephant. Oh, you've never seen one? That's because, they're extinct. And that thing in the middle? Ah yes, nothing more than the nose hole to which the trunk connects. However, if you're a rational, free-thinking adult like me, you can look past the lies spoon-fed to you by Nat Geo and other liberal media outlets and see this for what it is. A cyclops. Next is the orca, otherwise known as the killer whale, the panda torpedo, or the SeaWorld slave. Its skeleton is fairly normal at first glance, but check out this little thing under here. That little bony blip is actually all that remains of the legs and pelvis of the orca from when it evolved from land mammals. Personally, I think that's highly disrespectful to their ancestors. Like, they could have taken the seal route and used those legs for good in the water, but instead these sea cowards said, no thanks, we're gonna undo all that evolution and just be bigger, smarter, warmer fish again. But hey, we'll keep this little piece of nothing just to remember you guys by. Truthfully, I could have chosen almost any cetacean to pick on for this, but the orca's face also reminds me of SCP-682, which is the most OP overrated shit out there, so he gets the number 6 spot. Moving on, now bear with me here. In every other mammal on Earth, the canine teeth point downward from the gum to the mouth. You know, like a tooth. But this guy, known as the Babirusa, said "Huh," and decided to have them grow up through the entirety of its fucking snoot and out the other end, which is the most nonsensical thing I've ever seen. Like, toenails out the front? How cliche. Let's make them go through the whole foot instead. Look, now I can kick good behind me. That's not all though. These tusks also keep growing for the creature's entire life, which isn't a problem in and of itself, right? Rodents, they keep chewing stuff to wear them down. Alligators, they just let them fall out now and then. But the Babirusa's like, pfft, I'll just nut in a lady pig long before this becomes an issue. So if it lives long enough, the teeth can curve right on around and slowly bore into the thing's face, like built-in Chinese bamboo torture. And occasionally, they can end up actually piercing the skull and shish kebabbing the brain. Now some people might say that this doesn't belong on this list, given that teeth aren't technically bones. And to those people, kids, we say, eat shit and die. Next we have the octopus. The octopus skeleton is so bad that it doesn't even exist. Sure, they got this little thing in the middle, but that doesn't count, that's just chitin. And yeah, they can get in a jar or whatever, but at what cost? At the animal picnics, the crowd shouts, "Bleh, shun the spineless freak." And at the animal wheelbarrow races, with nothing to grab hold of, the cephalopod holds a solitary vigil at the starting line, and lo, the octopus wins naught but a participant
The spineless freak.
medal at the Grand Prix and the number 4 spot on this list. Moving on, here's the skeleton of a fruit bat. Now, not a big deal to us regular folk, but imagine if humans had no context of bats and they dug this thing up. Like, class, archaeologists have recently found these fossilized remains, and using modern technology, we can see exactly what it would have looked like back when it was alive. This abominable creature is known only to scientists as Finger Boy, and is theorized to have fed upon fruit, insects, and the dreams of orphans, which it would siphon out from the ears of the errant little waifs whilst they slumbered. By the way, if you Google image bat skeleton, like, more than half of them have the ears built in, just like, I feel the extraordinarily bat-like wings and figure of our decoration are much too subtle for our consumers. Better slap these on. At number 2, we have the anteater. From its oboe-like skull to its gorilla fist and hands, one can only wonder who let this creature exist. Fun fact, if you take the anteater's skull and blow into its nose, it plays a beautiful song recounting the animal's entire life, and then security escorts you out of the museum. Looking at this, I can only pose the question asked for generations long before my own. That being, why the long face? Before we get to the number 1 spot, here's a few honorable mentions. The wolf eel. The ostrich. This human-cat hybrid I found on a tabloid site. And of course, the mermaid. So at our number 1 spot, we have this creature. That's supposed to be a mirror. I know most of you can't see yourself in it on account of your filthy Dorito-smeared screen, so just take my word for it. So what's wrong with humans, you ask? Well, a lot of things, but for now let's stick to the skeleton. First off, these bones right here, these are known as the metatarsals. All part of the foot, right? No, that's a bunch of primate propaganda. In most other groups of land mammals, what we'd consider our ankles is actually the quote-unquote knee of the animal. Thanks a lot, walking upright. Also, it's estimated that around 80% of people will experience chronic back pain at some point in their life. Thanks a lot, walking upright. Lastly, probably something you've heard about at some point, our skull to pelvis ratio. For most animals, giving birth, not a big deal. Small heads, wide hips, mazel tov. But check out the big brain on Brett. Throws a real monkey wrench in the works there. For a while it led to some problems till those extra brains figured out how to work around it, so I guess you win this round, humans. But that doesn't stop you from also winning the number 1 spot on the worst skeletons of all time. But hey, just cause you'll forever be flawed on the inside, doesn't mean you can't improve yourself on the outside. That's why you need to try Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with over 20
Hey kids, let me talk to you about dog breeding. Nowadays, dogs are mostly around just to be a cute companion, right? So breeding has gone from functionality to cuteness. And that's fine, as long as it stays within the bounds of nature. But that's not enough for today's breeder. So, how do you make a dog cuter? Apparently, by giving it disgusting genetic deformities. And chances are, you, the listener, agree with that. You just don't know you do. Let me show you what I mean. See this? This is a relatively normal dog. Notice the snout, the eyes, the shape of the head, not too far gone from the wolves that today's dogs come from. Now let me take you through some other breeds. First is the Bull Terrier. 100 years ago, still looked pretty normal, right? Now here's today's version. Jesus! Who needs snouts, right? Let's just give it a long, continuous boomerang-shaped head with 2 tiny holes at the end. Seriously, it looks like Toucan Sam is trying to fit inside a dog costume. And look at its eyes! They're permanently pointed up at the sky as if to say, God, why did you let me become this? Please kill me. Do you guys remember Spuds MacKenzie, the old Bud Light mascot? Well, I just realized why they chose a Bull Terrier of all dogs. It's because he looked like his mom drank nothing but Bud Light for her entire pregnancy. Next up is the Pug. I'll probably get some hate for this one, but I don't care. They've been bred specifically to look like they've been smashed in the goddamn face with a frying pan. And because of this, because of their fact that their skull is shaped like a fucking tuna can, they can barely breathe their whole lives. Ever been around a pug? Constantly, no matter the temperature or the weather, they sit there going, gah, 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 gah. And people think this shit is cute. If my baby came out with a flat nose, hair lip, cylindrical head, and no neck going gah, 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 I'd be like, Jesus fuck, put it back in. It's clearly not done yet. Next is the Dachshund. Now there is no excuse for this one. The head's fine, right? But the body, good God. It's got a torso shaped like a goddamn doorstop with those pointless legs just kind of stapled on. Now it's been a little while since I reminded you what a normal dog looks like, so here. Now let me go into Photoshop real quick and do all the changes necessary to make this dog look like a dachshund. Look at that. That's not okay. Why even have legs at this point? Might as well just keep going until it's just a drumstick from the neck down. And there's no reason. It's just one day someone was like, well, people like dogs, and people like ferrets, so why don't we make some chimera abomination halfway in between the two, and see what happens. My least favorite breed, though, out of all of them, it's just straight up fucked in every way. A testament to humankind's never-ending corruption of the natural world. I'm talking about the Chihuahua. It's like somebody took a normal dog and boiled away every aspect except for anger and neuroticism, leaving this tiny hell creature behind. And this is one of the nicer pictures I could find. Take a look at this. Someone call a priest. And we let these things inhabit our homes. This poor woman's gonna wake up with her fucking nose chewed off and just be like, oh, Mr. Wiggles was a little hungry this morning, wasn't he? Meanwhile, the dog's just sitting there like, bloodlust. The only time they're not being needlessly aggressive towards people, it's when they're off pissing, shitting, and vomiting all over their surroundings. And you would think such a small dog would at least produce manageable waste, but much like the creature itself, the small things it does expel are straight up toxic. It's like some of the Chihuahua's pent-up hatred for the mortal plane manifests itself in every dump it takes. I would rather clean up a full-grown man's shit from my floor than wipe up the septic nightmare that is Chihuahua squirts. The only good thing about owning a Chihuahua is...
What did you say? Chihuahua squirts? How dare you talk to my dog like that?
that if it ever gets rabies, it'll be fine, because you won't be able to tell the goddamn difference. It'll still be sitting there, business as usual. So that's my little rant about the monster.
What the fuck? The hell? Bloodlust. Chihuahua squirts. Smashed with a goddamn frying pan. What the hell? Are specifically meant to be bred that look like they were smashed in the goddamn face with a frying pan. What the fuck's this?
Hey kids, I think we can all agree that there are few pastimes more grotesque than competitive eating. The concept of a bunch of guys pushing their anatomy to its limits just for sport leaves a bad taste in my mouth in more ways than one. But imagine if these men didn't adopt this habit just for fun. Imagine if some gross biological error forced them to eat like this for their entire life. Introducing Tarare. Tarare was born in France around 1772 to a poor farming family. It's said that his appetite was so voracious that, by his teens, Tarare could eat an entire quarter of a cow carcass in a single day. You'd think he'd be like mega obese, but no, he only weighed 100 pounds by age 17. However, there were still a few things that stood out about Tarare appearance-wise. For one, he had a huge, stretched-out mouth with horribly stained teeth. He could reportedly fit 12 eggs in his cheeks at once, much like a chipmunk keeping its chipmunk eggs warm. Additionally, when Tarare was full, he'd get a crazy Octomom gut going, and any other time, he'd have a huge flap of stretched out skin hanging around his waist. He also stank to high hell, even by 18th century French peasant standards. He was described— Me kick bricks, Froggy. Wow, he just called a French person a frog. That's so racist. No, it's not. They're all French. The guy just looks like a frog is all. Oh. Well, too late, I'm already offended. That's fair. Dislike. After leaving home, Tarare was forced to beg and steal just to satisfy his gargantuan appetite. Inevitably, people began to take notice of him, and eventually he landed a job as a street performer in Paris. People would hand Tarare entire baskets of apples, eggs, and even wine corks, and watch in delight as he horked them down without the slightest hesitation. Normally, this went off without a hitch, except for one time when he suffered a severe intestinal blockage. Fortunately, the crowd was kind enough to carry him to the hospital, where he was treated with the strongest laxatives the 18th century had to offer. I would draw what happened next, but it would probably get my channel deleted, so let's just picture it for a few moments. Moving on. Cut to the year 1792. This marks the beginning of the War of the First Coalition. Ever heard of it? Me neither. Who was in it? Fucking everyone. Anyway, Tarare decided to enlist in the war. After all, maybe that profound emptiness he was feeling was just a lack of purpose in life. Turns out, no, he really was just psychotically hungry. Even after being granted quadruple rations, Tarare would still be digging through the trash pile whenever he got the chance. After suffering extreme exhaustion, he was sent off to the military hospital in Souterrain. The staff there was so dumbfounded by the man's abilities that they decided to keep him there to run a few experiments. The first of which involved putting Tarare in a room with a meal prepared for 15 people. Naturally, he ate the entire thing and immediately fell asleep. Next, they presented him with a raw eel. In response, Tarare crushed the eel's skull between his teeth before slurping down the entire creature in one go. Now, this is hair-clenchingly horrifying for a couple of reasons. Firstly, he put a whole frickin' eel in his stomach, but secondly, there had to be some point during digestion where the meat was gone but the bones still remained. Now, for those of you who don't know, an eel skeleton looks like this. That means Terrari had all of those needle-sized ribs stabbing into the walls of his stomach at once, and he was fine. He also ripped a live cat apart with his bare hands, drank its blood, and ate everything but its bones, and then later gagged up the fur and skin like an owl, but, you know, that's neither here nor there.
A lot of metal. Maybe a nice big double-headed axe. Do I need an axe? No. I've got a chainsaw for cutting trees. And I also don't need to chop firewood to keep warm, as my government is doing a great job of keeping the country nice and toasty by themselves. And now that I think about it, I'm not sure why double-headed axes exist. Yes, they look cool, but so does this axe pistol. Like, when would it actually be practical to have two heads? Like, unless you're a super talented lumberjack that's able to cut two trees at once with a beautiful front and back motion. But besides that, it just seems like extra weight to carry around, and a great way to axe yourself in the face. So yeah, I kinda just talked myself out of building a two-headed axe, but I still want an axe that I can shake out the car window at crappy drivers. Now my plan was to get my granddad's old hammerheads, flatten them both down into axe shapes, and then weld them together, and then slap on a handle. But then I remembered what he wrote in his will. And he might see this video, and I don't want to get in trouble. So, my backup plan is to go scavenge some stuff. Alright, now usually when I'm loot hunting, I find it best to go after or before a storm so it feels more dramatic. Then, find a big old building, abandoned thing, or anything spooky and man-made. Now what I'm looking for is any scraps of metal left over from the building of this overpass. And what I really want to find is some eye-bar or flat bar. So usually when I'm exploring and the location gets spooky and dark, I find it helps if you walk in with confidence and loudly say something to scare away any stoners or bandits.
Hello? This is the police. I have a gun and I'm gonna start shooting.
Okay, now I'm mostly just finding plastic rubbish, wood, and rebar. But, hang on, what's that over there? Near the wall, is that the piece of metal I placed there earlier for this video? Wow, what are the chances of finding that? So now I've got my piece of flat steel. The new plan is to follow this origami tutorial on making axes, and just fold this metal bar over like a piece of paper until I get an axe. But first, I need to remove the rust. And the easiest and laziest way is to leave it marinating in vinegar overnight, and then give it a nice bath in the morning. Now a lot of you might look at the leftover rust water and think yuck, and throw it away, but you are wasting a miracle drink. My family usually decants the liquid into some jars, and then we add some to our morning coffee. And we've been doing this for generations, and all of us have lived long, happy lives, free from iron deficiencies. Now the metal is nice and clean, I'm just going to trace my axe onto the flat metal and then just cut it out with scissors. The funniest part of that joke is that it actually took me hours and hours of grinding to cut out the axe. And grinding is terrifying stuff, which is why I always wear the proper safety gear. Shoes, gloves, the whole lot. Yes, I reused the arseless chaps joke, but what do you want me to do? I ruined my best pair of Levi's for that original joke, and I plan on getting my money's worth. You're going to be seeing a lot more cheeks from me in the future. So now I'm going to bend the metal like this paper to form the axe head. And to help me do that, I'm going to weld an eye punch for the axe out of scrap rebar. And you're probably scared right now seeing me pick up this welder after the job I did on the spring shoes, but don't be. I've been practicing, and I've gotten pretty good. And some people would even go as far as calling me an artisan of welding.
And this piece is from a true artisan. His artworks look impossible, combining metal objects that contrast and complement each other so beautifully. Each weld has an aura of uncertainty. Will it hold, or will a light gust of wind cause it to fall apart? Some say that the fragile nature of his art is a representation of the artist's life.
Excuse me, could I get another olive in my drink?
Sorry sir, but we have a 12 olive limit per customer.
Oh, okay.
And next,
And this is my axe eye punch, not the worst weld. So in order to continue my axe origami, we need to head over to the big bad forge. Mostly bad. So I'm placing it in the forge so that only the center thinnest bit heats up. Alright, so the middle section is nice and hot, so I'm going to take it out and give it the old bend around. And this is actually much easier than I was expecting. I just kind of hit it a couple of times in the middle and then on the top. And I have somehow managed to fold it over evenly and now have something that slightly resembles an axe, which for me is impressive. And I should probably stop now and say I'm done, because it's definitely all downhill from here. As the next bit is going to be sketchy, is I need to connect the two sides using a tricky technique I have never done and am not qualified to do. The forge weld. And whenever you see people successfully forge weld on YouTube, they don't have the appearance of real people. They all look like kind of blacksmithing dwarves that somehow snuck out of Tolkien's universe into ours in order to start a YouTube channel. And they're always surrounded by heavy machinery and covered in soot, like they sleep on a hotbed of coals with a hammer under their pillow. And this is intimidating because I only do one of these things. But I also know that all they're actually doing is getting stuff hot and then hitting it together hard enough until it's squished and sticks. So I'm going to give it a go. So I've got my axe nice and hot in the forge, and I'm going to bring the two sides closer together and then pour this stuff, borax, in between, which is meant to stop oxidation. Oxidation is the main thing that could screw me up, as it prevents the two sides from touching and bonding. And I found it super interesting that without any oxidation at all, metals will just stick together. For example, in space, if you get two flat pieces of metal and touch them together, they will cold weld. So if this hot welding doesn't work out and Elon Musk is watching, do you want to maybe help a guy out? And the metal should be hot enough, so I'm going to give it a good pounding. And I love blacksmithing. It's great. One little hot piece of scale gets into your shoe and it instantly melts through your skin. Oh, so much fun. And my arms are also covered in fun little micro burns as well. And someone needs to invent something to prevent this, like some kind of arm sleeves that you can move down to the bottom of your arm whenever you're doing a dangerous task. Now I'm pretty certain I have a mean layer of oxidation in between the two layers. So I'm going to add more borax and then do what I always do with my problems in life, and just ignore it. And then, if it still persists, hit it some more with a hammer and just hope it disappears. And it looks stuck, but I can't tell if the two pieces have actually bonded and formed a solid piece of metal. I guess we'll find out when I cut it. For the next stage, I plan to resplit the edge of the axe and then slip the metal file in as the edge. And the reason I'm doing this is because I think the main piece of metal I use to make the axe out of has a low carbon content and will be quite soft and won't form a good sharp cutting edge. So by putting a high carbon file on the edge, I can get a nice, hard, sharp, resistant tip while also having a softer, more resistant metal for the body. The best of both worlds. Well, that's what this dwarf YouTuber told me anyway. So I'm going to add some more borax and do some more hitting. Now, even though the borax kind of looks like sherbet in bubbles in this really appetizing way, you must never eat it. Mostly because it can cause infertility. But if you don't want kids or, you already have them, then hey, free vasectomy. And this file is stuck in there pretty good, but the axe is looking a little mank compared to its former self. So I've got some options. Either I throw it away and buy an axe online, or I take it into the garage and spend hours cleaning it up. And I could do with lengthening my videos, so I went with the later option. Okay, so I'd spent hours cleaning and grinding the axe until it emerged from its cocoon as a beautiful butterfly. And some parts of the axe look pretty, and others don't. This is kind of how I feel about it. And after closer inspection, it looks like we've run into a problem. And when I say we, I actually mean me. You probably find my pain enjoyable. So it looks like the file has not properly welded into the rest of the metal, and there are some cracks here. And that's probably because of the incredible amount of oxidation I built up on the axe. But I reckon it's nothing an artisan of welding like me can't fix. Ignoring that though, the rest of the forge welding seemed to work really well, and the two sides stuck together without a visible seam. I hope those dwarf men are proud. So now, I need to decide what to do with the black scale that is covering the axe. And I'm modelling this after a Viking axe, so if you look at pictures of their axes, they are always covered in scale. Like look at this one, it's completely covered in dirt. Those Vikings were pigs, and that's why I've chosen not to spend hours and hours scraping it all off. It's not because I'm lazy, I'm just being historically accurate. So now onto my favourite and scariest part of the build, the heat treat. If there are any problems with the axe, this will be when it fails, hopefully dramatically on camera in slow motion. One that really enjoys it, so I'm going to have to come up with something else to stop the other cats. And I thought, what do they hate the most? Dogs. So I bought this dog pee stuff, which is meant to help you toilet train dogs, so you put it anywhere you want them to pee. And I just put a thick line of the stuff under the gate. And first to show up was this old guy, who I've noticed is very skittish and quite cautious, and he gave it a good sniff before deciding he didn't want anything to do with dog piss. But it didn't stop these other guys, who apparently love dog piss, and came under the gate rubbing themselves all over it, including this fat guy and my brother. And that didn't work, so let's move on to a commercial product, which looks a little like a landmine, but unfortunately is not. It's kind of a motion sensing disco light for cats, so I'm just hoping my cats don't like disco. And first up is the shy old guy from before, who I reckon must have served in NAM, as he seems quite suspicious of the landmine and knows what's up. But he still can't resist and gets too close, setting it off, freaking out and runs to never be seen again that night. Then this patchy girl walks right in front of it with no hesitation and gets scared off, but then comes back only 4 minutes later and pulls off some sweet Catwoman moves and figures out that she can just walk around the sensor in the bushes dodging the laser. Clever girl. And this just shows that being...
You're not a scrap boy.
I'm not bored into scrap like them.
Yeah.
I'm like, who's this
Do you reckon
fake?
they can tell? They're all about
They
that scrap
can.
life.
They can really tell. I don't know how.
Where can I park?
It's probably the skinny
I feel
jeans.
like
Oh, you go all the way down the bottom.
I feel like I park in the wrong place. They're just going to take my car apart.
See, this is why there were so many bushfires. They took all the fire hoses. Anything catch your eye?
Oh, that bed head.
Yeah? Well, I'll buy you whatever you want.
Yeah?
You pick. Oh, is that a drill?
Wait. On here.
You can have anything you want. Look, I'll give you my credit card.
I feel like
And-
I'm in a Mr. Beast video.
Well, you are,
Right.
okay. I'll give you my credit
I've
card.
got 10 minutes to...
Here you go, 10 minutes to buy whatever you want in the scrapyard. Go. Go. You can have it.
I have one of these bins.
Oh, wait, mate. I think.
Two.
You,
Right?
Yep. Why not grab another one? You can get more than that.
Well, I got to call my wife. You won't believe what happened. I bet I did a thing and he said I can have anything I want from the scrapyard.
Anything you want. Tell her life's gonna change.
Oh, he says your life's going to change, Margaret.
Oi, I found something you'll love.
Is it a
Season 4 of Cracker.
cracker?
You know Cracker?
I don't know what cracker is.
Oh. Well, then maybe it's not for you. What about Season 5?
Okay, yeah, that one
Yeah,
seems more
that's
like
better.
And I love scrapyards. There's so much stuff to look at, all stacked up on top of each other that could fall over and kill you at any moment. And for some reason, after hours and hours of digging through trash, the only thing we could think about was murder.
Why are you obsessed with killing me? 30 seconds each to find the best weapon to kill someone with.
Oh, okay.
And then we have to
How do we test it?
and then we have to fight. I don't know. And then we fight. All right, 30 seconds, go.
I'm done, mate. I'm ready to kill you.
Well, I guess you win then, because I haven't found
You
anything.
want to see my trick? My killing
Yep.
trick?
Yes.
It's two parts, right? You do this, and first you distract them by doing this cool thing where the thing comes back, and they're like, oh, how to do that? And then, bam!
This will really be a Mr. Beast video if we open this and it's filled with cash.
Well,
Well,
oh, they're onto us.
Alright, so this is everything I've collected for the grand total of $20. Ram set hammer drill, $300. Bosch 1812, $300 new. Shears, $50. Adjustable wrench, $150 new. Dawn vise, $200. and this big boy, which is pretty badly damaged, but I took it because new it's worth a crazy $1,100. And I have no idea who buys a food mixer for $1,000. Like, surely you could use something else, like a drill? Yeah, so in total, all of this is worth $2,000 new, and I got it for $20. But I need to fix them and sell them first to get that money. And I'm going to start with plugging in the 2 drills with the hope that they will just work and I won't have to do anything. Which is not the case. So I'm going to start opening it all up. Now, because a child probably constructed this tool, I thought it was only appropriate that a child helped me take it apart.
Can I have the screwdriver? No, come on. What? That's not words. I don't know what that means. I need the screwdriver. Give me this, please. Please. Thank you. Yeah, you can have that. Go have fun. Go. You can go. There you go. Go have fun.
And after opening it up, I immediately realized I had no idea what any of these things inside are and got super intimidated. So I decided to do the easier job of derusting first, which is as simple as carefully taking all the metal tools apart without losing anything, and then using every single bottle of vinegar in the house to create a rust bath, which they will bathe in overnight. So let's go back to the drill. And the components are just as confusing as before, but after opening it, it wasn't as dirty as I thought. And that's good, because I think I've already spotted a problem. As unless this is one of those wireless wires I've heard about, then this connection is probably meant to be plugged in here, which is hopefully all I have to do to fix it. But just to be safe, I'm going to take the rest apart, and I'm also going to take a couple of photos so I can put it back in the same way. And these other screws are pretty seized up, so I decided I was going to spray WD-40 in every hole I could see to lubricate them. And I'm almost in, but to open up the main body of the drill, I had to get past this little snap ring, which is definitely one of the funnest parts of all of this. It literally took me over an hour of stabbing myself with different screwdrivers to get this guy off. Then I got too excited and pulled the rest off without paying any attention to how it was originally arranged. And after dealing with 2 more snap rings, I finally got it open. And I'm so glad I persisted, as the inside was everything I dreamed of. A nice big, delicious pile of grease. And this is my first time seeing any of this, and I have no idea what any of these components are, or how they work, or what I'm meant to do to fix them. But I'm gonna take a guess and say that they're not meant to be brown, so I'm gonna start with giving it all a scrub down. And I love cleaning off grease. It's so easy. All you do, you just soak the parts in warm water and soap, then you borrow a family member's toothbrush, and then you give it all a good old scrub. Then make sure you don't wash your hands, so when you walk around touching stuff in the house, you leave grease marks everywhere. And this is actually extremely useful, as it allows you to easily retrace your steps if you ever lose yourself.
How you going?
Then, once you're done, make sure you do the considerate thing and return your family member's toothbrush to where you found it. And leave your sparkling clean parts to dry overnight. And then, in the morning, it hit me. I had no idea how to put this thing back together. And my photos didn't really help either, as I only took 1 picture of the drill's insides, and the rest were of this cute little baby. So I did the only thing I could, which was working backwards through everything I did. Put this thing back in here, screw it in. Get the snap rings back on, clean this thing, break a cup, stab myself with a screwdriver, ball back in here, aggressively 2-hand the last snap ring back on, and somehow I got it all back together, which means it's lube time. And I don't know why I felt it appropriate to apply lube with a metal straw. I almost forgot a couple of times and nearly had a sip, but it seems to work okay. Now, I almost had the other half of the body back together, but while I was cleaning the commutator, which is this thing here that makes contact with these graphite brushes, I noticed that there was something strange about the brushes. So I took them out and I'm pretty sure they shouldn't look like this. They're super chipped, short and damaged. And if I had to guess how this happened, I would probably say the previous owner, Makaya, probably got a little hungry while doing some DIY and had a little nibble. And you know what? I can't blame you, mate. They are delicious. So I ordered some new brushes online for a whopping $20, the price of all the tools together. And while they're flying over here in a plane, let's go back to the rusty tools. These tools have been soaking for a day now, so hopefully all the rust just floats away. And you know, I have a theory about people that get enjoyment out of watching other people clean things, like rusty tools. And that is that you probably have a lot of crap you're meant to be cleaning yourself. But instead of doing that, you're kind of virtually doing it by watching other people and getting false satisfaction. Until suddenly, you snap out of it and you look down and you're surrounded in filth wearing a packet of chips as shoes. And I can't blame you. Like, why wouldn't you want to watch this expert who decides to stick his hands in vinegar and steel wool after cutting them multiple times earlier and then almost break his wrist with a wire drill? Moving on, I just gave them some more of the blue lube, sharpened them and fixed their bent bits, and here we have it. 3 very shiny tools. And look at that difference. I think I have a boner. Okay, now onto the last drill. And I left this for last because I thought it looked like it was in better condition than the other, so I wanted to practice fixing the crap one first, as I wouldn't care if I broke it. So I did the same thing as before and took it apart. And it seems as though this one is going to be much easier to fix than the first one, as one of the brushes was just kind of caught and not making contact with the commutator. So I just pushed it back down and gave it a little tickle. Then ate some grease, gave it a bath, cleaned the commutator, forgot how to put it back together, lubed it up anyway, and put it back together. And I always get such a nice rush of satisfaction after finally fixing something. You know, I feel useful with the purpose in my life for like 30 minutes. And this is what all you lucky religious folk must feel like 24/7. Then for a finishing shine, I cleaned the drill with my drill. And then I cleaned that drill with another drill while it was cleaning my drill. And now the most important part, testing if they work. Drill. Check. Vise? Check. Spanner? Check. Shears? Check. And the last drill? Check. Okay, now that everything's in order and working, I grabbed all of it to take some saucy photos for Facebook Marketplace and Gumtree. Now, if you don't know what Gumtree is, it's an online marketplace similar to Craigslist, where you can find everything from a bagpipe player to free ducks, or find Chris, who is looking for nudie models to work with him on a casual basis. So I cast all my exclusive antique items here on Facebook Marketplace and waited for the buyers to come swimming over and have a little nibble. And you may have noticed that I didn't end up attempting to fix the giant expensive food blender. And that's because when I bought it from the scrapyard, I let the amazing price tag cloud my judgment and quickly purchased it. But it turns out I am missing quite a few parts, mainly this long thing, which is worth $700 new, so it just doesn't make sense for me to buy it. So sadly, I won't be able to fix it, and Benoit is just going to have to find something else to blend with. Alright, looks like I got my first bite, and it's from Hasim, who is highly rated and wants to offer me $40. And I try to haggle for $60 by reasoning that it's very shiny, but he never responds. And he's playing hard to get really breaks me, and I give in and I accept the $40, but it's too late and he never comes back. Then Talitz also messages me about the vise, but is concerned about the metal thing sticking out of the top. And then he strangely asks for the size of my jaw while they're open, so I measure them and give it to him, but then he never comes back. Then Paul has a little nibble at the drill, but wants a handle, and I don't have one. So I lie and I tell him I found one in my house, when actually I was too embarrassed to tell him that I pedaled down to the store just for him to buy one. But even after that, he ignores me and he buys a different one. Then Dominic comes in and has a sniff at the vise, and like Talitz, body shames it. And I was starting to feel very insecure about it and considered cutting the little metal bit off, when legendary Alex swoops in and offers me a crispy $20 for it. Now, I can't actually be bothered to cut off the metal, so I accept Alex's 20, just as long as it's actually crispy. To which he responds, crispier than a sunny spring morning. And like that, I made my first sale, a nice, crispy 20, which means I'm breaking even on buying all the tools. And after that, the sales really started to come in. James came in and offered me a big hundo for the drill. And no one seems interested in the shears, which makes sense, as I don't think many 19th century sheep ranchers still use Facebook. But people are going crazy for the antique vise, which I'm starting to think I sold too cheap. Then Yannick offered me 50 for the wrench, and like that, I was rich. So here's the grand total. $20 spent on tools at the scrapyard, $20 spent on carbon brushes, for a total of $40 spent. And I made $170 in sales minus the $40, which means I'm $130 up after 3 days work, which ain't very much. But if you add in the $250 I made modeling for Chris, that brings me up to a total of $380 profit. So, is it worth your while fixing old tools? Well, on one hand, it's good because you're recycling and saving stuff from landfill. But on the other hand, I realize if you do stop buying new stuff, then that cute Chinese kid from before will suddenly become unemployed. So I reckon the better option if you need
Just a few more. Drop the reps in case you didn't hit 90 degrees on one of those. You go, oh, look at this clean form. That's really clean. It's past 90 degrees. Damn, he's pushing. Woo! 4 seconds. Oh, he's really pushing. Oh, look at that face. Face of hard work. You did it. You did it.
I'm pretty sure I did it. I have no clue.
Yeah.
Okay, so we just look back the footage.
83. You did 83. You beat me by one rep. That's the perfect score, right? That's 100 points.
That has to be 100 points. So first 100 points are in.
Boom.
Next 100 points coming right now.
So next exercise is the sit-ups. The requirements for the sit-ups are
A minimum of 53 to pass, 53 in 2 minutes, and to get a perfect score of 178. 78 sit-ups.
78 sit-ups.
78 sit-ups. Hadi geliyorlar. Drill tuş. Drill tuş. Uzun pudver evno. Seven, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62. 63, 64, 65, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 78, 79, 80, 81, 83, 84, 85, 86, 86, 86. What was the requirement?
To get a perfect score of 178. 78.
I got 86.
Sit-ups.
78 sit-ups in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, so the form?
The form.
The form, it needs to be proper form, ass on the grass. So the knees need to be 90 degrees or less, so no more than 90 degrees. Feet are hold down by someone else. Middle back needs to touch the floor.
Yeah, around
And then-
shoulder.
Yeah, around
shoulder. Beginning
shoulder.
of your shoulder.
Shoulder, arms need to be behind here.
We've actually done 1,000 sit-ups
Oh,
in an hour, and that was
bad.
that was awful. That was just as hard as push-ups.
Yeah, maybe even harder.
Maybe even harder. Yeah.
That was painful. Let's go.
Come on, 2-minute timer.
This one is gonna be hard. I'm gonna just push it out and
Go.
5, 4.
Come on. Come on.
My quads as well. It's just at one point your abs give out and then your quads gonna take over and it's just
Yeah.
let's see how many I got.
Oh yeah.
So I get 67.
67.
That's not a perfect score. The perfect score is 78. You try it.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try a
maybe
little
it's
faster.
me.
Maybe a little faster. Maybe I can learn from you. So 78. 78.
Let's go. 2, 1. Yeah, proper. Good. Let's do the shit. Push, push, push. That's good. Come on. Keep going, keep going. Beat it, beat it. Come on. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Come on, one more. And done. Whew.
I think I had like
68.
68, but definitely like 2 didn't count, so 66.
66.
So that's 1 less than you. Now you beat me. Also, fun fact, male and female are not separated with this extra, with sit-ups.
No way.
All the others, they are, like push-ups so for the 2-mile run. I thought the running was gonna be the worst, but apparently, I hope it's the sit-ups, because we still need to do the run.
Wait, no, it's called. Is it Google Maps? The fuck was it again? It was Google Earth or something. Just check. I do it on my iPad. Ow! Smacked my shoulder so hard. So she said. Google Earth. I'll just do it on my iPad. Okay. said.
Points. Let's do it. Let's do the running. Worst, but all the others, they are like push-ups. So for the 2, beat me. Also, fun fact: male and female are not separated with this exercise, with sit-ups.
No way.
All the others, they are like push-ups. So for the 2-mile run, I thought the running was gonna be the worst, but apparently, I hope it's the sit-ups because we still need to do the running. You know what? Let's get those other 100 points. Let's do it. All right, so the last part of this U.S. Army Fitness Challenge. Requirements for the 2-mile, 3.2 kilometer.
3.2. Okay, I am just done. I'll actually have to run 4 kilometers. 4.35 kilometers in 15 minutes. Okay, but you guys just stay here, listen to some music. I'll go running. I know exactly where to go. I'll have my phone, some earbuds, and I'll be good to go. Let's speak. Time to be qualified to go to the army, man. Jesus, I'm gonna be ready for this. I'm gonna be half dead before you know it. This is embarrassing. I can't run. With music, I can run without music, but... I was going to run this with music normally, but... that isn't going to happen. I'll have to run with some weight on me. That's what you call overqualified. I'll need one of the bag. Like this one. If my iPad can fit in this. Probably doesn't. So let's go running. I'll have some water with me because I am 12. Don't forget it. I'm not. Someone's close. What the fuck was that? Oh, I just realized what that was. It was just the old man living beside us throwing out the trash. I just got spooked the hell out. Oh. World, why have you forsaken me? So I'll actually have to play music on my iPad. Weird. Okay, it's only been an hour. Almost the time. Not on the stream because I'm too lazy. And yes, I call myself lazy for not being able to edit a bit. First I have to check the percentage. If I can't run with if I can run with some percent, you know. How much percentage do I have? 40, that should be enough for a couple hours. Which this would probably take because I suck at running. On my phone, I'll have to turn on my hotspot and have to do everything from over there. Let's turn all this on, put it in my bag, and go be qualified for the American military. Okay, that's good. Well, I'll see you in like a couple minutes or maybe an hour or two. I don't know. See ya.
60 days and 90 days. Let's make some gains.
What's up? Who do you think is the new contestant for the 90-day transformation?
I saw it in the calendar. First I thought it was subscriber, but then I thought maybe Stan.
Maybe a subscriber next, but I mean, people gotta subscribe then. We gotta hit 1 million first.
Only 22%.
Only 22% of people subscribe. Subscribe! Okay, let's see what the internet thinks of you. Let's go. Let's fill in your metrics. Your ideal weight should be around 80.
It says healthy is from 69 onwards.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. So you're still
Just about healthy.
honestly, I think your body looks perfectly healthy, but
So we're done.
So we're done actually. Yeah, that was the end of the transfer. But yeah, I think we could make some epic gains. Now we're gonna calculate your body fat percentage. 7.4% body fat. What?
Let's go. Let's go.
7.4. Damn. You've never done any exercise related to calisthenics or working out really consistently
for more than a day? I would say no.
All right, you ready to test your strength?
Yep.
Let's do it. All right, pull-ups. You ready?
Nope.
How many do you think you can get?
Pull-ups?
Yeah.
I would be surprised if I can do one.
One?
Honestly, yeah.
All right. Come on, come on, come on. Oh! Oh! That's. He's going for 3.
Okay.
That's actually pretty impressive. Hey, there's my protein package. All right, push-ups. How many do you think?
I'm gonna say 15 to 18.
Okay, I want to see proper push-ups. These are clean. These are clean, and you never work out, bro. Come on, keep it up. Come on, level. Oh, nice.
Yep.
23. I am genuinely impressed.
69 kilograms, nice, is insanely low for his height. This does make it a lot easier for his body to carry it during push-ups and pull-ups. So we will have to see if he can do more reps at the end of the 90 days while being heavier.
We're gonna set some epic goals. But first, you're gonna be doing the worst thing of your life.
Yep. I'm excited.
Excited? Okay. Nope. Yes. The beast. You ready?
I'm an athlete.
You're an athlete. You actually are, so let's do it. Burn 20 calories as fast as possible. Come on, come on, come on. Push, push, push. Push, push, push it. Push it. I think you did it. I think you did it. Woo.
Oh my god. Not so much of an athlete now.
That was intense.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
34 seconds.
Yeah, that's bad.
I mean, my sister first time didn't even finish it.
He started feeling really dizzy, lightheaded, and almost threw up.
Not feeling too well? No. Okay, wait a second.
Stan now rushed to the toilet and he stayed there for quite some time. Had die week, Stan? Alright, feeling a little bit better?
Nope.
Okay, he's having a hard time right now.
Can't say I'm feeling well, but it's a little better. A little better.
The goals for the 90 days. Push-ups. He can do 23 and we want to get this to, well, if he does more push-ups while being heavier, he already gains strength because he is pushing more weight. But this is a challenge with my money on the line, so we're not going to make it easy. We're going for 35 push-ups in a row. Pull-ups. They also get a lot heavier the heavier you are. He can do 3 pull-ups right now. Decent form. Let's go for a 100% increase. A total of 6 pull-ups. Well, maybe 8 at the end of the 90 days. In terms of weight goals, fat percentage, we don't really need to get down. What we want is for him to build mass. His weight, we want to go for a steady 0.5 kilograms, 1.1 pounds per week. So in total, after 90 days, at least 6 kilograms, 13 pounds heavier. But he could end up gaining 10 kilograms in 90 days. For the thing we should not mention, maybe?
I don't even want to think about it, but...
No, I actually can't wait to see you beat the beast, and I would say you beat the beast when it's around 20.
The next time I'm gonna do is in 30 days.
30 days, yeah. Is that a relief?
Yeah.
In terms of measurements from these gains, I've said it a million times, he is tall. We will see what happens. Every body is literally different, every single body, but every body is different.
Everyone's different.
Smash League. That's gonna be very interesting. Now we're going to create his diet and the workout routine. The workout program he's going to use during these 90 days is the Bodyweight Master. His diet will be made out of all the info and tips in the Brownie diet, and the 6-pack secret scores is going to be used for shredding away the body fat later in this journey.
Alright, as always, we gotta get you some new stuff. Yes, that looks like Stan. That's Stan.
He's got the beard.
He's got the beard. He's got the beard.
Show me.
We also gotta get you some shorts. Yes, those. Okay, let's get some vanilla whey protein. They have a shit ton of flavors, but I recommend just getting vanilla because it's a great one and evergreen. You can use it for every single thing. Shakes, pancakes. 2.5 kilograms should last you for quite some time. Now, some protein bars. I would recommend birthday flavor. Birthday flavor?
Let's do it.
That one is really clean. Get it. Cold brownie? Add cold brownie? 36% off right now.
50 bucks.
50 bucks off. Let's get him gains.
Let's do it.
I challenge you. You can win the 500 bucks as well. Join Stan on this 90-day challenge and get the Bodyweight Master courses. First link in description. Take a picture like this with in one hand day 1 on a piece of paper and in the other my channel page on the latest video page. Take progress pictures on day 1, 30, 60 and 90 and send the results to transfer. Today we're doing the US Army fitness test. We have a challenge for you. Try to find some world records. This is a smart workout product. When I heard about this full body resistance home gym, I had to try it out. Is it really the perfect portable home gym for working out basically anywhere? And how smart is this workout product? All the tech, the sensors, and not to forget the app you get with it. Real-time stats of your strength, all the workouts and information on there. Is it worth it? Let's check it out. Alright, the unboxing of this thing. This looks next level. Let's go?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Whoa!
That looks techy. That is techy.
I actually don't know what it is.
Ideal. A full body workout machine tech thing that you can put everywhere on your body.
Oh shit.
Let's go. What do you get? The 2 smart resistance bands. This clip so you can clip these smart bands to basically anything. We anchored them to a fence. A door anchor clip, 2 wrist straps, 2 ankle straps, and 2 handles. All of them you can click onto the smart bands so you can actually use them. You also get a pretty big manual. And yes, to show its real tag, a cable to charge the thing. 2 hours of charging for a whopping 60 hours of playtime, as the manual describes it. And a bag for portability, which is actually really nice.
Alright, you think we can ensemble this?
Yeah.
You can use this on your entire body. It's not an entire suit, but it is meant to be an entire body workout.
Alright. I feel like Iron Man. Like putting on my suit.
Putting on your suit. So it is a full body suit, or almost.
Yeah. Okay, so this is gonna be the resistance of the workout. What is this for? Oh!
Oh,
there you go.
Making it heavier.
Yeah.
Resistance.
So you can adjust the resistance.
Okay, so Arjen.
Yeah.
Wait, I think it's time. Time for the app.
The app?
The app. This entire product has an app. It is a real tech product, right? It has an app.
That's cool. That's cool. It has an app.
So the app can be downloaded by everyone. I downloaded the app. It's pretty straightforward with all the info. And now it's time to link the resistance bands. Alright, devices. Add device. And it is now looking for our device. You have Bluetooth? Oh. It does. It does actually. It's paired. The entire app can measure your stats. At least that's what it says. It will track your entire workout.
Whoa.
Whoa. Yeah, that's a whoa. Alright, download the app. Got everything set up. This is my account. Okay, so we got quite a lot of workouts to choose from. And we got entire programs as well. So let's check it out. We got strength 1 with 8 exercises and a bird in the background. And it is a duration of 14 minutes and 28 seconds. Let's go. Start the workout. It's counting down. We need to get ready.
Arjen's gonna try out first. Oh, that one's pretty easy.
Yeah. Now you have resistance.
Sick. Come on.
Oh, this feels weird.
How does it feel?
Weird.
Weird.
It's full body.
In a good way?
Yeah, definitely in a good way.
Oh, sick.
For the push-ups, your hands should be under your shoulders. If you need to modify, you can lower your knees to the floor. Try to go all the way down. Keep a steady pace and exhale on the way up.
Relax, you got a minute. Next exercise is knees to chest. Flip it to your ankles. My cat is still very fascinated. Oh, oh!
This is a good one.
Make sure there's always tension on the resistance bands. That's for optimal results. But this one is looking heavy, man.
This one is heavy.
Wait, so he's also helping with progressions as well. He was talking about doing it with one leg and also with 2 legs. It shows you the rest time, but during the rest it tells you how to do the entire exercise that you're about to do. That's smart. But he's using handles for this exercise and not the ankle straps, so we got to switch that. Let's see how fast that actually goes, because I mean, you don't have a lot of time during a rest, but it looks like you're doing.
It's just like that.
Oh, that's fast.
That's really fast.
That's fast.
We've got another great workout to boost your strength.
There you go. We're gonna start with the combination of an Apple Watch and this. It actually goes together now, but you just have to shift it up a little bit more. But you can do it. Adjust the resistance a bit. Make it a little bit harder. I just found out that both of these devices are their own device with their own measurements, and they will measure everything individually, meaning that they also both have their own Bluetooth and own device name, so you have to link both of them, and we only linked one. So
so I actually did half the workout.
You only did half the workout.
Oh.
Good information, good to know. Damn, that is something different. Okay, so you can go really heavy with this.
Yeah, that surprised me too.
Yeah, it's great, and we're halfway. You can go so heavy on this thing. Okay, let's go. Squat, kick, squat. Keep the resistance tightened. Kick, and then lunge. Oh, that feels sick. Oh, that. Oh. Let's go. Let's see how fast I can do this. Let's go. Constant tension. Oh, that's so much added resistance.
Yeah, it looks like there's no resistance on the exercise, but
no,
actually there is.
The constant tension on the abs is a killer. Downward dog push-ups.
Do you think this is the future of fitness?
I would say the aim for this product as well is people who are quite low on time and also travel quite a lot. It should be very portable. Now we decided to try out some exercise that we thought would be fun, and this is probably the most epic part of the video. Oh, this one is good. Oh, you can.
The chest fly.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What is this?
Maybe some Spider-Man push-ups.
Is it good?
This is full body.
Oh, sick! Sick!
You can go running with this.
Okay, actually, try to run. Wearing this for 24 hours, that would actually make an insane video. Oh no.
Some side laterals. Oh, this one is good.
Oh, that looks heavy as well. A jumping jacks. Weighted jumping jacks. Oh, we're taking body weight to the next level. Oh, so basically you can do every single exercise with this thing. That's pretty epic. Is there an exercise you couldn't do?
If you were trapped in a house, hunted down by a blind special forces killer, and you can't make a sound, what would you do? The characters in this movie thought robbing a blind man would be an easy job, only for it to turn into a brutal trap that takes a shocking turn towards the end. I'm going to break down the mistakes made, what you should do, and explain how to beat the blind soldier in Don't Breathe. Rocky is a small-time burglar who's trying to make as much money as she can to leave Detroit and head to California with her sister. She finds out from her partner there's a house in Skid Row where a veteran lives alone, and a whole lot of cash is sitting around inside. She doesn't have a clue that this will be the last robbery of her life. The burglars scout out the veteran's neighborhood and spot him outside walking his dog, and they notice he has a cane. This man is blind as a bat, and the job appears to have gotten a whole lot easier. But if they took him more seriously, they would have seen a few red flags. They noticed the cane, but not that he was extremely fit for his age. That means he's exercising and active. This guy's a war veteran with a killer instinct and a body to match. He probably even sleeps with a gun, and his Rottweiler already has it in for you. So maybe not as easy as they all think. Later that night, the team begins their robbery. They slip the guard dog some sedatives, but find that the front door has several locks they can't open. Wait, this doesn't make sense. They have the key for the man's home security company. Why would he have extra locks? So far, they've been smart about this. Thorough research, 24-hour recording of neighborhood activity, but this is a bad start. 4 locks is a sign that he's not going to make things easy for you, especially since he's a military man. I would bring brass knuckles or other self-defense weapons so that we have a better chance in a confrontation. Nothing they try works. The side door to the house is locked shut, and so is the cellar door. But Rocky spots a window above. This mistake of the night. Now, it's good to help people, but right now, it's not smart. Escape gets a lot harder with 3 people, let alone 2. And it's strange they never think to take off her gag. She might have told us about the bell she's rigged with, and from there an ambush could be planned by luring him down with it. As long as we stay silent, we have a chance to knock him out and lock him in. But let's not kid ourselves. This is a gamble, because if you have to fight him, you've already lost. The cellar door gets unlocked and the man starts firing, grazing Alex, shooting at Rocky as she breaks her phone, and accidentally killing the girl they were trying to rescue. Taking cover, they retreat into the basement. The man cautiously steps down and slips in blood, realizing the woman is dead, and begins crying. This is not what you'd expect if she killed his daughter. There might be more to this than it seems. They watch from the shadows as the blind man locks the door and breaks the key in the hole, guaranteeing no escape. The burglar's only plan left is to make a break for the other room and get to the front door, but suddenly, all the lights in the basement go off. It's pitch black, and they have to reach out to find their way around, while the veteran is literally sprinting through the dark corridors. It's the perfect death trap for a blind man. He starts firing at them, and taking cover, the two split up as they try to navigate the basement. Rocky moves along a shelf and has no idea that she's about to bump into the veteran. She's practically breathing on him and is only saved by Alex's calls, luring the blind man towards him. The veteran somehow finds Alex and grabs him, shoving a gun against his head. But realizing the gun is empty, he starts strangling him. Luckily, he's able to knock a shelf onto the veteran before running away to get the girl. We've lost our single advantage over him: sight. How do we escape? You can start by confirming where he is. Draw him in with a noise and hide on a lower shelf to hear him walk by, effectively mapping part of the room for you to run in the opposite direction. He has the whole place memorized, but he will follow what he hears. Once he's distracted, make your way towards the light quickly. They scramble to get out of the basement and jam the door shut, but find themselves staring down a massive Rottweiler. Rocky goes to unlock the front door while Alex tries his best to keep the dog calm. He nearly succeeds, until the veteran tries to break down the basement door, sending the dog into attack mode and forcing them upstairs. They barricade themselves in one of the bedrooms and try to escape through the windows, but they're barred. It's a bad situation that only gets worse as the veteran starts breaking through the door. Alex suggests pressing the panic button on his remote, making the point that the cops will overlook their robbery when they discover that this man is a murdering psychopath. And he's right. This lets them live, but not keep the cash, something Rocky isn't willing to do. The vet is still pushing through and they're running out of time, but they suddenly spot an air vent above that's big enough for one of them to slip through. Rocky squeezes into the crawl space just as the dog rams Alex, knocking him out of the window and on the skylight below. As if that wasn't enough, the psycho dog then climbs its way into the shaft and makes its way towards Rocky to finish the job. With no other option, she throws herself down the shaft head first, slamming into the ground. Alex is dangerously suspended on the skylight. He tries rolling slowly as the glass cracks under him, but looks up only to see the blind man shoot the glass, holding him up, sending him falling to the ground. Hurt from the fall, he walks through the house, trying to use his remote to activate the burglar alarm. Now it's risky, but we now have an open path outside. I might have tried going back up through the skylight. We'd be wearing gloves, so we wouldn't get cut too badly. And judging by their height, it's possible to jump up to, but it's too late, because the blind man finds him first and fires his revolver, forcing him to hide in this laundry room right next to his friend's corpse. The veteran tracks him to the room but gets ambushed and disarmed, but he should have gone straight for his head, because he grabs Alex, who quickly gets overpowered and beats the snot out of him. But the washing machines turn on, disorientating the man. Alex takes his chance and reaches for the gun on the floor. Now, if I was in this situation with my honed abilities as a coward, I would have run out of the door but kicked the gun out with me. Get out of the closed space, because it forces you to fight him, and you won't win then. The veteran manages to turn off the washing machines and stop Alex from grabbing the gun, throwing punch after punch before finishing the burglar off with garden shears. Recovering from her fall, Rocky struggles to reach the end of the ventilation shaft that leads straight out of the house. She's able to turn herself around and kick out the grate, but it's too late. She's ripped out of the crawl space by the veteran and gets knocked out. She wakes up, locked into the same harness as the woman before her. The veteran very clearly tells her he won't let her go after what she's done, and intends to keep her as a replacement. For what exactly? A baby maker. He was using the woman to make a new daughter for him to replace the one she had killed. Rocky is going to stay with him for the next 9 months. It's almost impossible to escape from this unless you're prepared in advance. Handcuffs have a universal one-fits-all lock. If you're a criminal, they'll likely come in handy. You can tuck it in your waistband to access when you're cuffed. It's looking hopeless for her. The blind man has won and there's nothing she can do. But upstairs, Alex gets up from the floor. He's still alive because the other burglar's body was stabbed instead of his. Now he has his best chance to escape. With some quick thinking, he's able
the curse onto her neighbor Greg, who is now in the hot seat. 3 days pass as the entity slowly marches back down the state to reach Jay's hometown of Sterling Heights. When it does finally get back, Jay and the crew attempt to electrocute it or shoot it in the swimming pool, and it's maybe successful, maybe not. And if the entity wasn't killed in the pool, I mean, it did survive a bullet in the neck earlier on in the movie, then the two will certainly have to live the rest of their lives constantly worrying about it. Now, based on the relative distance between locations, the movie timeline of 15 days, and when we see visual confirmation of the entity, we can calculate that it moves at about a mile every 20 minutes, roughly 3 miles per hour, or 4.8 kilometers an hour, which means that it's traveling 72 miles every day, 116 kilometers, 504 miles every week, 811 kilometers, and 26,280 miles each and every year, 42,293 kilometers. Just to put that in perspective, the greatest distance between any two mainland points in the US is 2,892 miles, from Point Arena, California to West Quoddy Head, Maine. What we're saying here is that in the course of a single year, the entity would be able to travel across the country 10 times. Yeah, you're dealing with a walker who's more motivated than those 70-year-olds you see in the mall before the hour of 10 p.m. So with a pretty good foundation of data here, we now need to come up with a strategy for Jay to survive indefinitely. First, I'd respect the 72-mile-a-day estimate, but I'd also be sure to test it out. On a day that I'm feeling particularly brave, I'd wait for the entity to get somewhat close to me, then I'd drive 5 miles away in as straight a line as possible, and then I'd see how long it'd take to get to me again. Clocking it a few times like this would give me a really accurate average speed for this creature. After that, I'd want to develop a predictable, repeatable travel pattern so I can reliably know where it is all the time. It's like the highest stakes game of pickle in the middle ever. Realistically, because again, the point of this plan is that real people would be able to do this, the travel pattern needs to accommodate working for a living, eating, and sleeping. Now, Paul, Jay's boyfriend who's also cursed, works at Clark's Ice Cream, and will most likely need his job to pay his bills. The problem is, Clark's is only 13 miles away from Jay's home, which is a 4-hour and 20-minute walk for the entity. This wouldn't give him enough time to sleep or work a full shift, which means that he's gonna need a longer commute. How long are we talking? 36 miles actually, 58 kilometers. The creature can only walk 36 miles or 58 kilometers in a 12-hour span, meaning that even if Paul worked overtime, he could get out of his job in plenty of time before the entity caught up to him on any given workday. That said, he does want the entity to get pretty close to him by the end of the workday, otherwise he's just passing it midway to Clark's on the drive home. This would put the entity closer than a 12-hour walk from his house once he reroutes, meaning that he would have less than 12 hours at home to relax and sleep before doing it all over again. Theoretically, you could carry out this commuting back and forth plan essentially forever, with just a few caveats. You need to make sure that you always have an alternate route available to you if your main road's closed, making sure that you know the mileage of that alternate route. Every time you reach a destination, you need to reset the entity before starting back in the other direction, so making sure you know those travel times is absolutely critical. Next, there are no days off for this plan. If Jay or Paul isn't driving to their job exactly 36 miles away, well, they need to to drive that distance somewhere else. And always make sure that they have some kind of backup car or transportation in the case of a breakdown. It's not going to be an exciting life, but it is going to be an alive life. And one where, if you've done your math right, you can spend your days not looking over your shoulder and your nights sleeping soundly. And in 2020, hey, that's doing a lot better than most of us, quite honestly. Once you've mastered the livable routine doing this, you can actually build in something like a Disney vacation. You know how long it would take for the entity to walk from Detroit to Orlando, 15.5 days, which gotta say is a cushy 2-week hangout with Mickey, and can now time the entity's arrival to make sure that you're back on a plane just as the entity is strolling past Universal Studios. Any trip where you cross the ocean is gonna be a lot trickier, since even if you clock the entity's swimming times like an extremely persistent Michael Phelps, you're never gonna be able to take into account things like tides and the Gulf Stream or storms at sea, all things that are gonna slow down or speed up boats and the entity as a swimmer. Honestly, your safest bet is to just stay on the same couple of continents, but once you have a grasp on its movements, it's all just a matter of managing the entity, rather than trying to run out your clock or pass it forward only to have it eventually revert back to you. The entity in this solution is no longer horrifying, now it's just horrifyingly routine. In a super ironic twist, in fact, our conclusion actually makes the entity a lot more like an STD than it was even at the beginning of this video. There are a lot of STDs out there that started out like a horror show, even a death sentence, and maybe now the entity can join the list of annoying but manageable sexual oopsies.
Living with sexually transmitted demonic curse
can be a hassle. But then I talked to my doctor about Valtrex. Just
one 36-mile commute
a day helped reduce the number of my outbreaks.
You too can manage your STDC, your sexually transmitted demon curse, not through elaborate Home Alone style traps, not with dramatic fight scenes or garlic necklaces, but with math and a quality Honda Civic. Seriously, you're gonna want that one to be as reliable as heck. But hey, that's just a theory. A film theory. And congratulations! Today you gained a skill thanks to a YouTube video. Okay.
You guys have 30 minutes to spend $200 to build the best weapon possible. Go! Eric's gone. What's Trent? Oh, that's not. Really? Really? Again?
Really? Again? I want to do this before.
Jeremy.
Yeah.
Okay. What are you getting?
I'm getting something that can compete with Trent.
Trent? That's a good. Well, I mean, you are competing with Trent. You got metal. What? Just tell us what you're building.
I'll give you a little secret.
What?
I'm going medieval.
Going medieval.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that could be, but
a lot of people think I'm gonna lose, but I'm not. Let's go.
And we got Trent, my guy. Jeremy says he's looking to compete with you directly. What do you? Okay, you got some railroad spikes. You got gorilla tape. If you guys don't know by now, Trent's a kind of a simple guy, but his weapons are usually pretty effective. That looks effective. I don't know if he's done, but I'm done. And we got Zach. What's up, Zach? What are you? Okay, wait. You got some PVC. That's kind of, honestly, I'm jealous I didn't think of that. Ow, kid, what do you don't test it on me.
Nah, it's okay. I'm good.
I've been following you.
Why?
I'm most curious about what you're
up on someone when they're holding an axe.
I definitely shouldn't. This is a good aisle. I should spend some more time here. Really? This is we're outside. This is where I found you. Don't you have things to do?
I'm already done.
Oh, okay. All right, that's fair. What about you though?
I got what I needed.
That's just a machete. That's already a weapon on its own. That doesn't count.
Relax. What's the budget again?
$200.
Oh, so we can't get this.
You cannot get the hot tub. Buy something else, please. I'm going away now. Bye guys. Bye. Oh, they're getting out.
Back at the warehouse where we'll have 1 hour to build the best weapon possible. And what we do, I am Groot.
What?
I am Groot.
You speak Groot?
I'm Groot! I am Groot!
Are you trying to say that Season 4 Nexus War just released in Fortnite?
Exactly, and now's the perfect time to jump in. If you guys haven't downloaded Fortnite yet, use the link in my description down below to download Fortnite for free. And huge thanks to Epic Games for sponsoring this video. This new season has all Marvel's best heroes and villains, including Thor, Iron Man, She-Hulk, Storm, Doctor Doom, Wolverine, and more. Who's your favorite?
I like Thor.
Okay, Thor's pretty good. I like Iron Man, but I also like Wolverine. He's so intense. They also got some awesome new drop locations like Doom's Domain and Sentinel Graveyard. Now, I don't know a lot about this Galactus guy, but I know he's really bad and he's really strong, so I think it's safe to say things are gonna get really intense. But you get to use everyone's superpowers, and I heard there's even more arriving later in the season. You guys know what to do, links in the description down below, and you guys also know that every superhero has a special weapon, and now so do we, because we're done building. Let's see what we made. And let me just say, I think these are the best that have ever been made.
Oh, it is.
We're gonna jump straight into the first test. Jeremy, this is yours.
Yep.
Why don't you just show
I'll
yours?
explain
Okay,
it.
fine. Wait!
What?
Look at the wall.
Boom! Dude, I'm about to destroy your wall. Okay, anyways, you guys smashed 100K likes, so I fixed my wall. It's not being done painted yet. Comment down below what you guys think I should paint on this wall. Back to your weapon. Oh.
It's a catapult.
A catapult?
A catapult.
Why don't you just show us what it does? Honestly though, very impressed. This is unique. I like this.
Thank you. Start a little bit light and go with duct tape. Watch out. So I'm aiming for
that piece of styrofoam.
All right.
This is not gonna... You almost hit my light.
Oh.
So you're not accurate.
Dustin?
Yes.
I'm really sorry about your wall.
Oh, come on, come on, come on.
Ah!
My wall? How about my light? You have the worst accuracy ever.
It's not me who's aiming. It's
It's you who's aiming. Kind of?
Kind of.
Take 2 or 3, I don't know. Cannonball! Okay. Jeremy's weapon is 10 out of 10 on creativity. Maybe this just wasn't the test for him. You're not winning so far.
I think I am.
Let's see what Zach made. I think Zach's weapon was inspired by the Grim Reaper. Check this out.
Elmo?
Yeah, sure.
Oh my god.
Oh, there's a little bend in it.
Look at that whip. Oh, the table.
I can't have nice things.
Yeah.
I literally can't have nice things. Why do I even have a place? We should do this outside. Okay, continue.
Oh!
Why wouldn't you sideways? You had to axe it right through the table. I just ignored you? I feel like you did it on purpose.
What? Oh! Please! Yeah!
No.
Yeah.
I just started fixing the walls, and I don't know how to fix walls. Take that in. Oh, come on. Bro. I was gonna compliment this because it has like
Rosetta. It's Rosetta.
Just seen Eric's weapon, and I've come to the conclusion he cheated. I didn't. He took some inspiration from things on the internet, and also I don't think they sell bats at Home Depot.
They don't sell bats at Home Depot. In what aisle?
Did you buy it from a guy in aisle 5 or something? Like,
no, I went on my phone and ordered it inside Home Depot. So I bought it at Home Depot. I just didn't buy it from Home Depot.
This is the machete he bought.
To be honest, that kind of works.
Honestly, this looks amazing. This might be the best. Who knows? We'll see. You want to test it?
Let's test it.
What do you call it?
Batcheti?
It's a batcheti. You know, whether that was a bat or a machete, I think it would have done the job. Oh!
Oh!
Like a styrofoam airplane. What if you also grab it like this and...
Oh, yeah!
Yeah, bat spirit.
Nah.
Okay.
Batcheti!
Win or lose? I think I'm adding this to my collection. This looks pretty good. Eric, you can have your weapon back. I should know through that. Let's see what Trent made. Trent's a simple guy. He calls this one the Hulkarine. Hulkarina. It's a girl. Okay, she's fierce.
And cute.
You think that's okay and cute? But how fierce and how cute? Let's find out.
Oh my god!
Hey, Hulkarina! Let's go! Okay, I thought what was gonna happen was like this. It was just gonna get stuck on. It was gonna be funny. It just obliterated the whole thing. They're both moving on to the next round. What is the next?
I don't know.
In the spirit of protecting my walls, we got a little extra drywall. So hit this drywall, not that drywall. I'm realizing this is a really small target, and that's highly inaccurate.
You mean that drywall? That drywall right there?
What about that one?
What are you doing?
I don't even know what I'm doing.
Why don't we move the target closer or further or someplace? Okay. Jeremy fell just short of my wall, and we got a little. Oh, you know what? There's a lot of bugs in here, and I just don't want them here anymore. Yeah, go again. Sure, why not? No, okay.
I am so sorry.
This should be an elimination round. Jeremy should be eliminated. That's what I vote.
I think he still deserves a chance.
Hole in the bottom.
I vote again. I vote again.
We all vote again.
I vote again. That was a good shot. He almost had it.
I think everyone still deserves a chance at
He
this.
almost had it. So marble again?
I wish. Well, if your enemy happens to be right up front of you, looking down the barrel of your catapult, this might work. How is that even? Funny feeling, Zax is gonna do really well at this test, but kind of excited to see it.
Let's all back up.
I don't think you need to build up that much speed. It's heavy. You're not getting dizzy.
Yeah, he's been going at the same speed.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, guys. I know it's like kind of, oh, he breaks his walls. These walls, this is a new territory of wall breaking. I'm literally gonna shut this video down.
Like, this thing weighs like
a lot. Control yourself. Just, yeah, try. Yeah, I do. Oh, it's got some shake to it. Ah. See? And then that's it. You know what you are? You're the guy that plays baseball.
I felt like there was no follow through and there was a lesser amount of excitement. That's what I felt like.
That's what I felt too, to be honest.
I'm not directing, I'm just, you know.
Next. Bat Shetty is back. Here we go.
Jeez.
Next time I do that, because I'm going to do it impulsively, just move.
Might as well.
Spirit? Okay, I like where you're going.
Ah! Dude! Not spirit.
You can spirit, just don't hit that wall.
It's the new wall.
I'm like, this isn't even. Just break the thing.
Yes, sir.
That kind of makes up for it. Can I try, please? Can I try?
Yes, sir.
That felt nice. Trent's up. I think we all know what's about to happen on this one. Let's get the vacuum ready. Jeez. They should add Trent to Fortnite. Imagine Trent in Fortnite. Just, that would be like the Thanos. Wish we could make that happen. For the next test, we're gonna break one of the hardest things, a coconut. Except Jeremy's already broken a coconut, and we know he can break a coconut, and he doesn't have the accuracy to create a coconut when it's still.
I do have that.
No, you do not. Don't even try to.
Okay, I don't have that.
No is the answer I was looking for. So instead, we're gonna see how far Jeremy's can shoot.
Ready!
I'm not ready, but sure. Okay, go ahead. And that's how you husk a coconut.
That was all on the ground.
Next. Here we have a rock hard coconut. I'm gonna place it here nicely on my table that I don't want broken.
Like, there's a lot of room for
Just lie to me, Zach. No, I believe in Zach.
I believe in Zach too.
You got it. See this, Zach? You know what this is? Huh? You know this right here? This is not a new coconut. This is the coconut that was on the table.
Oh, really?
Oh, it's crazy.
Because honestly, I
seems
thought...
fully intact.
No, I'm pretty sure I broke it.
Hold on, wait. Speaking of fully intact, oh, wish I could say that about my table. Isn't that hard? This is a coconut on a table, and you have this 6-foot glaive sort of thing, okay?
Oh, it's wobbly.
There you go. New technique.
I hit it. I hit it.
Did he hit it?
Is this the unbreakable coconut? Now that I'm over here, this is a little wobbly.
Okay.
No, that was not.
No, that was you. That was. These were the two
That was
axes.
not me. This coconut will no longer be here. In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh yeah!
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Delicious coconut. You know, it's really good, but it kind of tastes, has a little hint of table and frustration.
Frustration, huh?
No frustration here. It's joy.
Pylons usually mean
Gotta chew your food.
I had a little husk of coconut in my mouth. Not important, but this is. Pylons are meant for caution. A lot of caution is going to be needed because the Bat Shetty's back.
Bat Shetty.
Ready? No, wait.
Whoa. Oh my.
Hit it that way. Let me just, ready, get it?
There we go.
A little bit of T-ball.
Strike one.
That's worse than Zach.
Yo! Oh my gosh.
That's what I'm saying. Get the other half. This is the best. Okay, good job. Look at that. Clean slice on the coconut.
Crazy.
This is like the coconut bikini, you know? Good job. Here comes Trent. Let's see it.
Oh, the wall. Not the wall. Let's go check it.
Yeah, sure.
Right there.
I don't think that was there before, Trent. That's okay. Coconut is still in. Okay. I guess he wants. Everybody gets a take 2, I guess. Right?
Oh my gosh.
You know, that wasn't the graceful slice of Eric, but I got the job done. Well done, kind of. I'm eating a lot of coconut.
You are. That's like the only thing you're doing.
You know that, according to me.
Of course, I'm still recording.
We figured out the problem with Jeremy's catapult. It needs more power. We doubled the band, so it's extremely tight. I really don't want to be anywhere near this when it goes off.
That's how tight it is.
It's really tight. And it's going up again. It's called Wonderboard. It's like concrete infused I don't really know what it is, but it's like concrete. It's hard. Let's see if it breaks. Yo. Okay. Who's ready? Yeah.
All right, so now the bigger one.
It did break a little bit.
Un poquito.
Jeremy?
I'm out of here.
Eric?
Yep.
You're up.
Zach's actually up.
I gotta admit, so far, Zach's is my favorite weapon. I've used it, it's great, it's phenomenal. Let's see if it continues to be my favorite. Let's go.
Well,
I circle turning radius, and Zach's history would have made me like that. But we've never actually seen the inside of this, and that's what's inside it. Woo. Courtesy of Zach. Well done. I'm thoroughly impressed. You've passed every test so far with flying colors or flying axes. I really think you should finish the job though. Flying axe. All right, Zach's got jokes. Please break it. Not the turf. He definitely cut my turf. Okay, this board, I'm not gonna lie, Zach, well done. It's passing all the tests. Flying colors. Okay, who,
My turn. All right, my guy Eric got the Batshedi. How you feeling? How you feeling?
Feeling good.
Feeling, okay,
Feeling
that's expected response, I guess. Feeling sharp, that's good. Let's break it. Yo, clean slice, my guy. Okay, look at that, look. Straight through, clean slice, bro. It's supposed to be 2 pieces, not 1 piece. Make it 2 pieces. Not 2 pieces. My ears are ringing. Second, I said 2 pieces. It's like 20 billion pieces. I respect that. Good job. Good. Yeah. How's the Batshedi? Not bad. Okay, Eric, I'm just realizing that this is held together with glue. Yeah. What if it flew off and it didn't happen? That's all that matters. You passed the test. Next.
You know, I forgot how heavy this is. This is really good. I wish I had one of these. I might keep this if it's...
Whoa.
You're a good man, Trent. A lot of you have been showing my man Trent some love on Instagram. Make sure if you don't follow him, links in my description down below. Follow him. Say thank you for the gift. Let's see it. Yeah! I think this passes the test. The messes are getting a little bit out of control. Trent, the mess is out of control in my... did he hear any of that?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, thanks for the gift. And now there are 3 people remaining with 3 weapons. Easy. 3 weapons remaining. You got Zach's, Eric's, and Trent's. But things are getting really serious, even though you guys aren't taking this seriously. There's some wood behind there. Nobody's really breaking the wood well before. Let's see if one of you can do it.
Can I go first?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Oh, yeah. Zach, you got anger issues, buddy.
No,
you got anger issues. And what is this? Is that a little tiny crack in the wood? Did you come here to do a little tiny crack in the wood?
Look. There's major structural issues.
Oh, did it? How's it doing? Okay, we got some damage over here and there. This is gonna be your report card. Eric wearing the football helmet. I see. That's a smart decision. I don't have protection myself, but. You okay? How's the batch? Oh, you just dropped the Batshedi. That's the equivalent of dropping the mic, cause Eric! Mike, yo. High five people with helmets on. Uh-oh, the Batshedi is starting to crack, but you still did a good job. All right, Trent, you're up. I don't know why you put the, sure, just go ahead. Oh, yo, that's a good looking report card. That's Eric, I think you got some competition. Yeah, Trent, how's your knee, bro? He's hurting. You guys didn't forget about me, did you? How about this? Yeah, I was shopping a little bit by myself. We got ourselves a spear heating blowtorch. It is what it looks like. Try it out. I know you guys don't think this is functional, but you know what they say. Good things take time. Drop the tanks. Tip is hot. Here we go. That's what I'm talking about right there. Look at this extreme damage. First of all, where's the
extreme damage to your weapon?
Where's the hot tip? No, where's the hot tip? Yo, where's the hot tip? Where's the hot tip?
It's right over there.
Off the turf, please. Off the turf. Ah! See that? Right through.
Oh, wow.
It's a one-hit wonder. But it does the job. If this was a person, inside, burned. Final round, final test. We got ourselves a 100 layers wall because, you know, if one of these weapons is going to join my arsenal, it's got to be really good at breaking walls, which all these weapons were. They were the wrong walls. This is the right wall. Each person is going to get 30 seconds to do as much damage as possible. Time starts now. That was 30 3 seconds, but we'll give him a little bit of leeway. Okay, the final hit may have actually destroyed my squat rack. He made it through a lot. Did he make it all the way through? That's a no. Let's see how you do, Eric. Eric, you get 30 seconds. Try not to add on to Zach's damage, and maybe just, you know, do your worst. He's not getting through, though. Oh! It's that. Yo! Time! Eric, I think you did pretty well. Okay, let's see. I know this is the bottom, but that's definitely a hole. Good job. I think you're the guy to beat. But we have a little bit of kind of a huge problem. It's not the Batchetti. It's because Trent's up next. Zach put a little hole, Eric broke straight through, and Trent smashed the entire thing apart. Yeah, he just kind of squished it. Honestly, Eric's the winner. You get the money. That's what I'm talking about. Make sure you like this video, and if you really want to support this channel, boom, boom, click one of these 2 videos, and you guys know, I always...
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is my first video with my new Scuf setup. I just set everything up, just got the camera hooked up, and I was like...
Okay, that's the end of the stream. See y'all.